Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the very first episode of our brand new Community Zoo series. If you were a fan of Jammy Conservation Park that we did a couple of years ago, I think now, when the game was in its infancy, you're going to be a massive fan of this one, because essentially we're doing it all over again. This series is basically the series where you guys call all of the shots. I'm nothing but the head architect. I'm going to explain the rules today. I'm going to show you the new map. I'm going to reveal where the new map and zoo is set as well, because I did put that to a poll. And then I'm going to ask for the first bit of interaction from you guys. So without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, my friends, so here we go. Let me get into this. Let me show you the map. Let me try to explain the rules in the simplest way possible, and then let me tell you what I need from you in this very first introductory episode. This series at its core is really easy to understand, but I just think I, as a human, find it very hard to explain how this works. I'm going to try my hardest, though, to keep it as short and sweet and as simple as possible. First, though, this is the brand new map for our brand new Community Zoo series. In Season 1, we did Jammy Conservation Park, and I covered the entirety of the map in these squares. I've decided to rein it in a bit this time around, a bit more low-key, because if there's one thing I really want to do that I've never been able to do, is it's finish an actual project that I start in Planet Zoo. And I want us to be able to do this one and complete this project together. So, essentially, everything inside those squares, that is part of the zoo. That's a landmass area that we can build in. Okay, that's essentially how this is working. It was put to a vote where this zoo was going to be based and the biome that we were going to have. It's come out that we are in Australia with a grasslands biome. I'm absolutely buzzing about this, because it means that I'm going to be able to do completely different planting, and hopefully the core stories and narrative that we come up with together as a community are going to be really different to anything we've done before, because they're all UK-based zoos. So that's going to be really cool as well. So now let me try to explain the rules as short, as sweet, and as simple as possible. It's so hard. For me, it's so hard to explain it, but it really isn't. So essentially, you guys are in control of this entire project apart from the building. So what that means is every episode I rely on your comments to build in this project. Whether that be something new each episode or not, I rely on the comments essentially to manage the zoo. Whether that's building a new habitat or setting ticket prices or hiring staff, so on and so on, you're basically in charge of absolutely everything. So that is a kind of a rule in itself, is that I have absolutely no say in this project. It is all up to you. The second thing that you should know where the series is concerned is that we start with $100,000 and we have 1,000 conservation points. The rule where that's concerned is money is used for building and staff. Conservation points are used for animals. We cannot purchase animals in the trade centre. We can only use conservation points. Why is this important? Well, money isn't unlimited, so we have to balance the books each time, and conservation points aren't unlimited, so we have to make sure that we are sending animals off to the wild and making sure that our education is on point around the zoo, because that's the only way you can make that conservation credit for us to buy new animals as the series goes on. How does the series at its core work? Well, the series will begin with you being given 4 choices for the start point of the zoo. I will highlight the squares in a moment when I talk to you about what I need, but you're going to get 4 choices this time on the starting point of the project. From then on out, that's the only kind of free square that you're going to get. From then on out, at the end of every episode, you're going to get the option whether to move forward 10 years or stay put where you are. If you choose to stay put, we don't make any money from the episode we've just done. The money will be exactly the same. Whereas if you move forward 10 years, if you've balanced the books correctly, that will be our chance to not only open a new area of the zoo to extend and make the zoo bigger, but also to make some very valuable money that we will need to make additions to the zoo. whether that be a new animal, a new building, or hiring staff. That's what's really important. At its core, that's kind of how this series works. Those are the most important things to kind of take from today's video. As long as you can kind of get used to that, then you will absolutely love this series. Trust me, so many people really enjoyed Jammy, and I think that you're really going to enjoy this one as well. So, what do I need from you guys going into episode 1? Well, first and foremost, I need you to pick a square for the starting point of this brand new community zoo. So, they're going to be highlighted on the screen now. I have 4 different sizes of square for this series. We only had 3 last time. I've chosen to add one this time around. We have a 20 by 20, 15 by 15, 10 by 10, and a 5 by 5. So what you can see is at the bottom of the project, I've highlighted 2 20 by 20s and 2 15 by 15s. I think the bigger squares are perfect starting plots for the project, because not only could you potentially suggest to build, say, an entrance, but you could then potentially suggest to add our first animal and hab too. That's not me putting ideas in your head, but essentially that's how this series works. So feel free to pick one of those squares. The next thing I need from you guys is to leave your very first comment where this series is concerned. And what that comment should include is not only just your box choice for the starting point of the zoo, but your first idea, your first narrative. Last time out with Jammy Conservation Park, we had Jareth leave an amazing comment where he said that the zoo should start as a reptile rescue centre. Toby the tortoise was kind of the zoo's mascot. There was this particular family that run it. They were kind of like the Irwins, but we changed their surname. And from there, we extended it from a rescue centre into a fully fledged zoo that was based in the UK. This time around, we need a brand new story. So essentially, that's what I need from you guys, that sort of thing. The more detailed, the more information you can supply, the better. And then I will obviously take the one that was liked the most, and I will then go ahead and build it. If there's a few ideas that I think would be great together, I will amalgamate them and essentially build the narrative for the first episode. And the third thing that I need from you guys going into that first episode is a name for the zoo. Remember, it's based in Australia, it's a grassland zoo. That might help with coming up with one, but I need a name for this project. Last time out it was Jammy Conservation Park. This time we need a brand new name. So feel free, my friends, to send your name suggestions forward to me, and I'll probably take the best of what we've got, put it in a poll, and then you guys can vote how you want to go about it. So that is essentially that. How can you leave your suggestions? How can you ask questions where the project's concerned as well? So first and foremost, the comment section is always going to be the best place to leave your suggestions, your ideas on what you want to see in the next episode. It's just the easiest place for me to take it and move forward. If you do want to talk about the series a bit more, then you can head over to the Discord. You'll see on the screen now, there's a section that is being dedicated for this series for you to ask questions, leave suggestions, and talk to me about it. I will obviously be sharing some of my progress as well as we go along on the Discord, because I like you as a community to be as involved as possible, especially with a project that is all about the community. And so there you have it, my friends. That is the introductory episode to our new Community Zoo series up and running. So all of the stuff I kind of asked for in this, feel free to either leave it in the comments or head over to the Discord and leave it in the section that I mentioned in today's video. Other than that, though, my friends, we are done and dusted. I cannot wait to see which square we're going to start on, and your little comments and your potential stories on how this community series is going to start. Until then, though, my friends, have a really good day. Stay safe, stay humble. I'll see you all real soon.